Good morning, America. Today is Wednesday, October the 3rd. It is 10:29 a.m. I'm going to start off this morning with a sound saying, and it's coming from 1 John 5, verse 14, and it says, "And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything at all, and believe that you will receive it, he, according to his will hear us." Okay? The back of it is coming from James chapter 1, verse 12. And it said, "Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life." Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he will receive the crown of life. All right, today we will be reading from 2 Kings chapter 8. It is 29 verses, so because it has so many verses in it, we never try to do the entire 29 verses. We will just be doing half of that. So we will stop at verse 14. In this particular verse, it talks about the king restores the Shunammite possession, and Ben-Hadad is murdered. Joram ranges in Judah, and Hazael ranges in Judah as well. We have a lot of gold in this particular chapter. We have pink for witnessing. Gold, of course, represents prophecy. Red for discipleship. We do have a verse of olive for commandment. And we have some silver here for history, as well as black. We won't go as far as verse 18 today. We'll stop at 14 and continue the remaining tomorrow if I live and nothing happens. We'll be reading it both from the Rainbow Bible and from the International Bible as well. Okay, so let's begin. The first verse is gold for prophecy. "Then spake Elijah unto the woman, whose son he had restored to life, saying, Arise, and go thou and thy household, and sojourn wheresoever thou canst sojourn. For the Lord has called for a famine, and it should also come upon the land 7 years." Okay, so he's telling the person to go to wherever they will feel safe, because there's a famine coming. Let's read it from here. This is at the top of this International Bible. It says, "The Shunammite's land restored. Now Elisha has said to the woman, whose son he had restored to life, Go away with your family and stay for a while wherever you can, because the Lord has decreed a famine in the land that will last 7 years." That's why it's gold for prophecy. Anything that is gold for prophecy in the Rainbow Bible, it will be something that will come to pass. Whether it's now or in the biblical time, it will surely come to pass. Okay, verse 2 is red for discipleship. "And the woman arose and did after the saying of the man of God. And she went with her household and sojourned in the land of the Philistines 7 years." So she took her entire family and lived in Palestine for 7 years. Let's read it from here. "The woman proceeded to do as the man of God said. She and her family went away and stayed in the land of the Palestines 7 years. Okay, verse 3, 4, 5 is pink for witnessing. "And it came to pass at the 7th year ends, that the woman returned out of the land of the Palestines, and she went forth to cry unto the king for her house and for her land." Apparently something happened, and she needed to see the king for it. Let's see what happened. Verse 4, "And the king asked, talk with Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, saying, Tell me, I pray thee, all the great things that Elijah has done." 5, "And it came to pass, as he was telling the king how he had restored a dead body to life, that behold, the woman whose son he had restored to life cried to the king for her house and for her land. And Gehazi said, My lord, O king, this is the woman, and this is her son whom Elijah restored to life." So as Gehazi was explaining to the king all that had happened. In the midst of that, the woman comes in crying about her land. Let's take it from here, from 3 to 5. At the end of the 7 years, she came back from the land of the Palestinians and went to the king to beg for her house and land. 4. The king was talking to Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, and had said, "Tell me about all the great things Elijah has done." 5. Just as Gehazi was telling the king how Elijah had restored the dead to life, and the woman whose son Elijah had brought back to life came to beg the king for her land, for her house and land. Gehazi said, "This is the woman, my lord the king, and this is her son who Elijah restored to life." So she apparently did not come alone. She came with the child. Okay, verse 6 is for our love for commandment. And when the king asked the woman, she told him. So the king appointed unto her a certain officer, saying, "Restore all that was hers and all the fruits of the field since the day that she left the land, even until now." So he appointed one of his servicemen to go with the woman to make sure that everything that she had lost was restored unto her. Let's read it from here. Verse 6. The king asked the woman about it, and she told him. Then he assigned an official to her case and said to him, "Give back everything that belongeth to her, including all the income from her land, from the day she left the country until now." So she had been gone for 7 years, because that's how long the famine lasted. All right, let's take it from 7 to 14, because all of that is prophecy. And Elijah came to Damascus, and Ben-Hadad the king of Syria was sick. And it was told him, saying, "The man of God is come hither." 8. And the king said unto Hazael, "Take a present in thy hand, and go meet the man of God, and inquire of the Lord by him, saying, Shall I recover of this disease?" That's the perfect person to inquire when you're sick, the Lord God himself. Okay, 9. So Hazael went to meet him, and took a present with him, even of every good thing of Damascus, 40 camels burdened, and came and stood before him, and said, "Thy son Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, has sent me to thee, saying, Shall I recover of this disease?" 10. And Elijah said unto him, "Go, say unto him, Thou mayest certainly recover. Howbeit the Lord has shown me that he shall surely die." Oh Lord. 11. And he settled his countenance steadfastly until he was ashamed. And the man of God wept after he told him that he would not recover. Let's read that again. Okay. And Elijah said unto him, "Go, say unto him, Thou mayest certainly recover. Howbeit the Lord has shown me that he shall surely die." And 11. He settled his countenance steadfastly until he was ashamed, and the man of God wept. Okay, so it is okay, America, to weep over the sorrows of your brother. It doesn't have to be someone in your family. It could be anyone. It could be a total stranger. It is okay for you to share in their sorrow. Matter of fact, it is merciful and kind to be sorrowful for that which someone else is going through. Okay? It should not be something you're going through. You can cry about that which someone else is suffering from. And this is what the man of God did. 12. And Hazael said, "Why weepeth my Lord?" And he answered, "Because I knew the evil that thou wilt do unto the children of Israel. Their stronghold wilt thou set on fire, and their young men wilt thou slay with the sword, and will dash their children, and rip up their women, their women with children." 13. And Hazael said, "But what is thy servant a dog, that he should do this great thing?" And Elijah answered, "The Lord has showed me that thou shalt be king over Syria." 14. So he departed from Elijah, and came to his master, who said to him, "What say Elijah to thee? And he answered, He told me that thou shouldest surely recover. He did not tell him the whole thing. Let's continue it from here. He did not tell him the whole thing at all. From 7 to 14. Hazael murders Ben-Hadad. Elijah went to Damascus, and Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, was ill. When the king was told, the man of God has come all the way up here. 8. He said to Hazael, Take a gift with you and go to meet the man of God. Consult the Lord through him. Ask him, Will I recover from this illness? 9. Hazael went to meet Elijah, taking with him as a gift 40 camel loads of all the finest ware of Damascus. He went in and stood before him and said, Your son Ben-Hadad, king of Aram, has sent me to ask, Will I recover from this illness? 10. Elijah answered, Go and say to him, You will certainly recover, but there's a but there. That's what howbeit means. It means but. The Lord has revealed to me that he will in fact die. 11. He stared at him with a fixed gaze until Hazael felt ashamed. Then the man of God began to weep. 12. Why is my Lord weeping? Asked Hazael. Because I know the harm you will do to the Israelite, he answered. You will set fire to their fortified places, kill their young men with the sword, dash their little children to the ground, and rip open their pregnant women. This is what he said to him. 13. Hazael said, How could your servant, a mere dog, establish such a feat? The Lord has shown me that you will become king of Aram, answered Elijah. 14. Then Hazael left Elijah and returned to his master. When Ben-Hadad asked, What did Elijah say to you? Hazael replied, He told me that you will certainly recover. 15, we will do 15 tomorrow. So he did not tell him, he told him that he would recover. However, he said that he would certainly die because of all the terrible things that the king would do. But he did not tell him that. He just told him that he would surely recover. Okay, that is all. That is the first 14 verses of 2 Kings 8. We will do the remaining 15 verses tomorrow if I live and nothing happens. In the meantime, America, may the peace of God be upon you. May the protection of God preserve thee. And may the will of God manifest through you. Until the next time, please enjoy this very, very beautiful day. And thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the conclusion of this particular chapter.